Hey guys, in this video I'm going to tell you some more tips and tricks for moving out and retiring to the Philippines. Stick around. Okay guys, so I decided to do a second video on retirement out here in the Philippines, or simply just moving out to the Philippines, because there were a few things that I had forgot to talk about on my previous videos about retirement, and so I wanted to discuss that a little bit further. I'm hanging out here on my balcony. It looks like it's about to rain here, but here in Mactan, Newtown, you can kind of see what's going on here. But first thing I want to talk about is setting up a Google phone number. It's as simple as this. It's free, and you just go to voice.google.com, click sign up. Now, what you do need is if you're out here in the Philippines, or if you're back home, you just need a local phone number, either landline or mobile, and you sign up for it. You select a phone number that you want from an area that you want, maybe a particular zip code, if it's available. And then you enter the phone number of a friend or your own phone number back in the US. It will text you a 6-digit code. You enter it, and boom, all of a sudden you have a phone number, and you can download this app onto your phone. You can have it on your laptop, and you can make free phone calls and get free text messages. So if you do have any problems with banking, credit cards, whatever, you have access back to the US. I think it works for other countries as well. You just need a phone number. And again, I was out here in the Philippines when I signed up for it. I just asked a friend, hey, can I use your cell phone? And he said, sure. They texted him a 6-digit code. He gave it to me, and boom, now I have a phone number for the US, and I can take care of all my banking needs and things like that. And you don't have to worry about ever losing your phone, because if you lost your phone, it has a SIM card in it, and you're pretty much screwed. You can be locked out of several accounts, but if you have the Google phone number, you don't ever get locked out of that, because you can access that Google phone number from your laptop, a cell phone, or what have you. So that's tip number one. Tip number two is you want to sign up for some kind of mail service. Now, some of you don't need that mail service because you have a relative, like me, for instance. I have a relative who helps me whenever I get something important in the mail. They can either take a picture of it, open it for me, take a picture, and if it's something I really need, they can forward it to me. Otherwise, you can sign up for a mail service that will scan your mail and then mail it to you. And if it's something important, they can mail it to you as well. They can also just shred it. And I believe, just wait for your instruction on it, but they'll scan it and send it to you. You let them know if you just want them to shred it, or if it's something that you need, and have it mailed out to you. That's good to have. So a mail service is a good one to have. I'm not going to tell you which one to sign up for. There's a variety of different ones. You just Google mail forwarding service, mail forwarding international service, and you're going to bring up a variety of different ones. Just choose one that you think works best for you, and then you're good to go. Now, a lot of people do worry about, they move out here and they worry about, can I get the vitamins that I used to, that I want? Can I get the clothing size? Maybe you're a larger guy and you need larger clothes, and you're worried about finding that out here. So a lot of people overstuff their suitcases in preparation for moving out here. And what I have discovered is you really don't need a whole lot. If you're a larger guy, you want to bring some over-the-counter prescription medicines, maybe, your clothing, electronic devices. You want to bring that stuff out here because it is cheaper to get that over in the West and bring that over here. They tend to be about 30% more expensive out here. So things like laptops, a Kindle e-reader, all of that stuff tends to be a bit cheaper out in the West. So bring that stuff over with you. However, I have recently not recently discovered. I always knew about Amazon. Okay, so one of the things about ordering from Amazon is it comes rather quickly. I was actually a bit surprised. I usually typically get my packages in around 10 to 14 days or so, usually business days. And just happens to be that today is one of those days I got my package. So we'll go ahead and open it up. But for me, this is kind of like bringing a little piece of home to the Philippines for me. You know, it enables me to get things that I just don't have access to here. And it makes my life a bit more comfortable living here in the Philippines. And I've ordered from Amazon in the past. I have become much more, I have started to order much more from Amazon now that I've kind of figured out how everything works with Amazon. For example, you want to order less than $200. $200 is where they don't charge import taxes. If you order $200 US or more, then you get the 30% import taxes, and then it can be held up in customs. Typically, when you order, you don't have any problems with customs. Most of my stuff has not ever been held up in customs. I had one item one time that a friend sent me, and I think they were probably trying to discover what it was and maybe the value on it. I don't know, but it got held up in customs for about a week. Then they released it and it got to me. The cool thing about Amazon, and this actually happened to Paul, one time it was later than expected, and he messaged them on their chat service or whatever, or called them, and they refunded the shipping fees. Second time, it had been held up in customs for, I don't know, like 10 days. And again, I've never really had that problem, but Paul did. And they refunded him the entire amount. And guess what? The package came the very next day. He got to keep everything and had the product. So, I mean, it's a win-win situation. So the thing about Amazon is you can really get whatever you need, whether it be vitamins, larger size clothes, a particular brand of something that you're just used to, and you think it's good quality and you just can't find it out here. There's a bunch of stuff that I order now on a regular basis, almost on a monthly basis, from Amazon that I find still to be less expensive than to try to find it out here. Or if you get together with a friend and you guys just order something together, as long as you keep it under that $200 mark, you won't have those import taxes, and typically it doesn't get held up in customs, and it'll usually get you in around 10 to 14 days, and those are usually business days. But these are just some tips and tricks that I had forgot to mention that are very, very important to have. Better if you set this up ahead of time while you're still out in the West. If not, you can sign up for this stuff while you're out here in the Philippines, but it does make it a bit easier if you sign up for this while you're still out in the West. And hey, since nobody can get here right now, now's the perfect time to plan, and prepare as much as you can. If I could do it again, I came out here with 2 large suitcases, a backpack, and a laptop. Guess what? I would have came out here with just a roller bag, just a small carry-on, a backpack, and my laptop, and a lot of the other stuff I just would have bought out here, like clothes and shoes. And I would have just ordered products from Amazon. Amazon has really made it much easier than ever before to go ahead and order products out here. And I probably have a box from Amazon come about once a week, once a month now. And the great thing about living in a condo, now if you're out in the province, it's a bit more difficult, but in a condo here, they just bring it to the reception. She holds on to it, she buzzes my room, and she says, "Hey Gio, you've got a package," and I come down and grab it. It's as simple as that. And yeah, so I do have a Gio's Essential Travel List that I recommend of different products that I found to be very, very useful out in the Philippines. You can find it down in the description below. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
take it real soon. You know we got what you need.